Hello again. Hello again. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to Cringe Poetry. You came back, did ya? Not much going on. Well, good on you. And also, thank you. I feel like it's been an age since I actually read one of these poems out loud, because the last time I read one of these poems was on my Instagram, and that was over a month ago now. So I'm so excited to be back and reading something live-ish, reading something new, anyway, to you watching. Why are you watching again? It's okay, you don't have to answer that. Like, please, don't answer that. This week I have a doozy for you. This is one of the poems that I originally scribbled down in a Hilroy notebook that I then meticulously typed out in different fonts and pasted into my newer notebook. All of that work was done on company time at my part-time job. Don't worry, the company doesn't exist anymore, so I don't think I can get in trouble for that. Guess we'll find out. Are you ready? This poem is called, wait for it, Dark World. In my dark world, there is a light. It burns so dimly, only I can see it, and it's barely there. But as I move closer, I feel the haze lifting, and I see the flame burning warm holes in my eyes. I can feel it between my fingers and on my palm. I can taste it rolling off my tongue, warming all of me, all of my soul. It fills me. It consumes me. It knows all of me. But I am not scared, because it is all I have, and it is all I need in this dark world. About that, like, real talk, I don't exactly recall what I was going through when I wrote that poem, but I do remember that that poem is the first poem I think I ever shared with anybody, ever. And I shared it with my mom, because I thought it was really deep and really introspective. I remember very clearly reading that poem to her, and from what I recall, this is what her face did as I read it to her. Are you okay? Like, I'm pretty sure I remember my mom asking me if I was okay. Because to be fair, when your 17-year-old daughter reads a poem about living in a dark world and flames overcoming her and it being the only comfort in her life, I feel like you might worry. So that's the story of Dark World. Again, I don't remember where I was in my life and in my head, but I'm pretty sure if My Chemical Romance had been a thing, I probably would have listened to a lot of them. So that is our cringe poetry for this week. Everyone doing okay? That's really dark. I don't know why I shared that. My cat is sitting right here and is being very distracting. Now, full disclosure for this week, I'm trying to bridge the gap and ease into it a little bit. So the poet that I have for this week, and a lot of you are probably going to roll your eyes at this, go right ahead. Pause for eye rolling. Good, fantastic. We're gonna read Jewel. This is probably one of the first poetry books that I owned, and there was a lot that resonated with me. I remember sitting in my boyfriend's bedroom and reading each poem and underlining all of the passages that really spoke to me. So one of the reasons I wanted to read from this book, knowing that I was reading Dark World, I wanted to read something that was maybe a little bit more lighthearted. As lighthearted as Jewel gets, I guess. This is a poem from A Knight Without Armor. This poem is called Steady Yourself. Steady yourself, love. Steady yourself, for victory is near. Shut out the world with its tyranny of noise. None of this matters now. Draw strength from the vision the deepest folds of your soul so longs for it is a song we all sing. Steady yourself, love, upon my gaze in this corridor, and waver not in the face of the battle cry. We will not be beaten. Lose not your faith now, for I need it to strengthen my own, and should your steps falter, mine would grow lonely in this world of coal and roses. We are the living, and the living must love the world. It is our duty to fill our hearts with all the anguish and joy of our brothers and sisters. Steady yourself, love. Be strong beside me, and know that our unrelenting gives them dis-ease, and that the clearer your mouth raises itself in songs of freedom, the more others will come to warm themselves around the flag of your faith. For our numbers grow, and soon will outweigh their tattered armies. And I want your heart to rejoice in its inevitable victory. I am not a poetry expert. I got a minor in English in university that I barely squeaked by, really. But I know what I like. And one thing I have to say about this poem, it makes me feel really positive about the state of the world. I have to share with you the passage that I specifically highlighted in here. The clearer your mouth raises itself in songs of freedom, the more others will come to warm themselves around the flag of your faith. So I'm not going to bog this down with my analysis of Jewel's poem. I just wanted to share it with you because it's one at one point in my life that spoke to me. Hopefully you got something out of it, because rereading it, I actually got a few things out of it myself. Let me know what you think down below. Not so much of my poem, because I don't think I can take the criticism. I already have enough self-doubt rumbling around upstairs about the poems that I've written. But let me know what you think of Steady Yourself by Jewel. Did you enjoy it? Were there any nuggets that you can pull from it that spoke to you? Did you think it was navel-gazy and stupid and you didn't really get anything out of it? Which is valid. I'd love to see conversations started about some of the poems that I'm reading, because that's one of the things that I love most about poetry, because it tends to be condensed and so sort of short form. There's potentially a lot more room for interpretation. As always, be sure to give me a thumbs up to let me know you enjoyed this week's video. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of Steady Yourself by Jewel. Also, let me know what you think of this format of reading cringe poem and real poem. Inevitably, it's going to mean that these videos get a little bit longer, which may or may not be a bad thing, so let me know what you think below. Also, be sure to subscribe and ring that little bell so that you get notifications every time I come out with a new video. And last but definitely not least, what is this? Last but definitely not least, thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you next week. Bye!